Yo. Film gods, how are we? ¿Qué tal? What's cracking? Last week of July. Holy moly. It's probably just me, but it feels like lockdown has only just it feels like it was yesterday, and it feels like it was a whole year ago at the same time. The new normal is coming back. Jobs, from what I see and from who I'm talking to, are slowly coming back. So it's coming, it's happening. Well done for everyone for getting us back here safe and sound. This is a new style ep. I'm calling it Showcase. I don't know, it may change, but for the minute it's called Showcase. It's going to kind of be an audio CV for that next generation of filmmaker to tell you how they're feeling, what they're doing, and a chance for you, the Film Gods listeners, to give them a chance, like you were given a chance by someone. This is your chance to kind of keep the Karma circle rolling. It was a great chat. It's for a student from the LSA, so I did a big Zoom chat in April. There was like 30-40 students, and I gave 5 of them the chance to jump on. Out of the 30, only 3 wrote a paragraph, and out of those 3, only 2 could actually make it. So here is the first one. Enjoy.
Let's get started.
So, hello film family. Welcome to, as you heard in the intro, a brand new type of episode. This is the Film Gods giving the next generation a chance to tell you how great they are and how you need to have these people on your film sets and in your production companies, learning from the best. So we're going to start off with episode number 1. The Film Gods Showcase. Look at this. So good morning. What is your name? And I guess we'll get straight into it. What's the end game, and what do you think it's going to be like?
Okay, brilliant. Good morning. So I'm Grace St. George. I'm a student at London Screen Academy in my first year, which is a film school for 16 to 19-year-olds, where they basically learn all the means of film production, which is quite rare. So that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a great school. And so my end game, I think, for me at the moment, I know that film is what I want to do. It's just my dream, just all of it. I've kind of entered this world and I'm like, wow, I'm overwhelmed by it all. So I could see myself going into anywhere from directing to producing to cinematography to set design. It's kind of like my main branch of stuff.
The world is your oyster. Yeah, this is
basically
great. Yeah.
I feel like I've entered this world and I'm like, this is what I want to do. And I've never been in that position before. I've always been that person who doesn't really know what they want to do. So now I'm just like overwhelmed. I literally do feel like the world is my oyster.
Welcome. What a great
good position to be in.
So so I guess, where are you at then in your journey? Your first year at LSA, what have you done? What have you learned? What kind of things have kind of ticked your boxes or got you really going, oh, I like that?
Yeah. So I decided I wanted to go to LSA with no film experience, kind of on reflection, not really knowing much about the film industry. Mm-hmm. I just remember I went to like a sixth form fair thing where they concealed them lined up, and I was deciding whether to go to my school sixth form or LSA, and there were 2 stands next to each other. It was my old school with like one A4 piece of paper as a sign, and then it was LSA, and they were like blasting Les Mis with like screens and like all these like theatrical things. I was like, well, that's where I want to go.
Yeah. Winner.
Yeah. So I went there, and then I've been learning loads of projects. I've felt so much support, and I feel like creatively like a whole new person, just because it's brought out like such a creative side of me. So there we do stuff like making documentaries. We've done work on set, creating set, with working with real actors. Mm-hmm. So we do loads. I feel like I've learned everything I need to know in my first year, but obviously I'm still developing, but I feel like I've got a very good base considering I've only done it for a year. Mm-hmm. But where I'm at right now, I'd say that quarantine has actually been quite good for my development as a young filmmaker, because you kind of have to make opportunities for yourself instead of just being like spoon fed it. So I feel like, because I'm actively trying to make every day different, I'm giving myself opportunities. So I've been making some stop motion films.
Amazing.
During quarantine. I've been
Have you got them online
with some
anyway?
friends. No. It's just been sharing amongst my friends and family. I wouldn't say I'm there yet, but I would like to.
Hey, just start the journey. Start showing your
yeah, I would like to
do it.
I've got some social media. I have
nice.
Insta.
Yeah, nice.
But the stop motion's a bit too out there. That hasn't made the cut yet. But yeah, I'm working on some music videos. I want to start working with, like, I've got a lot of friends who are musicians and artists, so I like to make like album covers for them and stuff. Just kind of, it's nice to work with other young creatives. You don't even need
this Film Gods episode. You're smashing it already. Look at this. Amazing.
Thanks. And then I've also have a job at the moment, which I feel so grateful for, and it's my first job in film, so I'm ecstatic.
Wow.
So I work for World Cinema Film Festival, and it's a film festival set up by one of my teachers at LSA. So I've been very lucky to get that opportunity, and it does feel quite surreal being like, I've only just found out what I want to do. I've already got a job in like down that route, and it's just like, it kind of feels like things are coming together. Amazing. Which is, it's a nice feeling. It's good. Amazing. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Dude, smashing it. Well, look, you because so I guess you've just started, so your first year, so you're 16, 17. Like having that you're 17, sorry. So having that understanding of where you want to go is amazing. Doing everything that you can to get there. Well, this is it. You're learning, and that's why I was kind of talking about documenting this process, because I wish social media had, when I first started my journey when I was 17, and just being able to show people how you've come on, what you're doing, how you're learning, and what how you're using all those tips and tricks, and it's just, I guess it's documenting your life in film, which is it's incredible. So you're on the right path. You're doing everything that you can, and like smashing it.
That's what I want to try to do.
Yeah, smashing it. So have you got any kind of questions for the listeners? Is there anything that we can help answer, or where are you at with that?
Well, what I would like to ask to you, just because the idea of freelance is quite daunting for me, just because I know this is what I love, but freelance, especially with this situation like COVID and how it can just hit people quite hard. I would just like to know if like this situation has changed your view on the film industry, if like it's made you kind of change your mind about it, or just how it's made you feel.
Wow, big question. So yeah, amazing. Yeah, hey, look, that is I had a chat with a friend the other day, and yes, it has. But there's something in me, there's something probably in everyone that's listening that works in the film industry, that even though we've been hit really hard and the government haven't helped a lot of us at all, there's still something that the fire in our bellies is still there.
Exactly.
Because when we're on set and we're doing our job, I honestly couldn't picture myself anywhere else. And yes, the freelance life is a scary life, and it's not for everyone. But the brilliant thing that you have on your side is time, and you can do. I'm going to make some assumptions, but I'm assuming if you're still at school, you're probably not living in. You may be at home or with family or somewhere that you don't have to think about making or getting rent or paying the mortgage. So with that ability to have the freedom to be able to have the time to be able to really put into yourself and your passion and your vision and your dream, the time that you have on your side, like you will, if you carry on going at the pace that you're going and trying to fill every single day, filming something, making something, or finding opportunities to get further in this industry. If you at 17, if you just did it for 5 years, full on. I entered the industry after uni, so I was 23.
Yeah,
You'd already be ahead of me by 5 years. And
that is what I'm thinking, because I'm not sure where to go on the uni route. But if I do a 3-year uni course, I would already have 5 years of specialized film training under my belt by the time I leave uni.
What do you think
which feels
uni
crazy.
would give you?
I really don't know where I stand on that. I'm not
It's a
the
tough
type
one.
of student to be like, oh yeah, I just want to go there for the parties. I just want to get straight into what I want to do. And I think I would love to go straight into work. I think I would thrive in the workplace. I think it would just be good for me. I'd like to work with older people and just people. I'd like to learn from the industry. So I don't know how much.
Give it 5 years. I'm going to be working for you. I can tell already. I can tell this already. Amazing.
So yeah, I don't know what uni would give me, but I do like education in its like conventional sense. I do enjoy it. But I would like to go straight into
industry, it's not like being a doctor. You don't have you don't have to have a degree to be a great director, to be a great cinematographer, to be a great producer. You will gain more you will learn. I learned more about filming the first 3-4 months of being on the shooting floor than I did in 3 years of uni. Uni was great because it gave me the chance to, I guess, understand and learn and talk about film. But you're already doing that.
That's what I think.
You're already on that path. You're already on that journey. Try and watch as many films, figure out what it is that, and you don't actually, do you know what? Don't even try and figure out what you want to do. Just do everything and find out what you love.
That's kind of how I feel, because it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint what my end game is and what I specifically want to do, because with every project, it's kind of, I find something new that I love doing, and I find a new skill here and there, and it's just, every project is so different that it's hard to say, oh yeah, I really like doing the grading on that, or I really like producing this. So I'm learning from every project I do.
Amazing. Well, look, it kind of gets to the last question of the day, and I'd be like, tell the listeners why it's your end game. You've already nailed that. And it's like, tell them why they should give you some work experience. You've kind of already nailed that, but I am gonna ask you the question.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, look, the floor is yours. The people that are listening, some of the, you're based in London. So I've got listeners. At the minute, we got listeners in Spain, in Canada, in Sweden, in America, in Nigeria, and the only place we haven't charted yet is Antarctica. So if you're looking to get some work experience in Antarctica, you can't get any yet.
This isn't the place to do
this
it.
is not the place. This is not the podcast for Antarctica. But look, I'm going to give you the floor. Just tell the listeners, why they should hire you, and why they should give you some work experience and even paid work.
Okay, so this is the nerve-wracking part. So I think it's hard to find that drive in people, and I think, although I haven't been doing it for that long, so I may not have as much technical skill as someone who's been doing this for a long time, or someone who has got that degree, I think hard work and being able to socialize with people just goes a very long way. Like you hear it all the time, like hard work. And that's what we have a lot of master classes with industry professionals. And they all say, if you're a good communicator and you work hard, that will get you far enough, or as far as anything. So I think working hard is a skill that I have, and like, sorry.
It's embarrassing. No, it's really tough to kind of, it's really tough. It is tough, but you're doing really well. Go on, keep going.
Okay. So yeah, I do really just have that drive. And when you say that when you're on set, it gives you that energy, I really can relate to that, because I feel like when I'm on set, that's when I'm thriving. And I think I love the film industry because it marries that technical skill with creativity. And then it just kind of, the mixture of that is exactly how I want to be in my future. And I want to be in a position where people trust in my vision and people trust in my ability, that I can pitch kind of an obscure idea and then they'll go, I mean, yeah, sure. Like, it's just that.
Here's £1 million.
That's
You're
all
like,
I want.
Great.
Yeah.
Dude, you smashed it. Look, I'm going to give you a round of applause because I don't know if at 17, yeah, maybe I would have had the kind of guts to have done it, but I don't know. And I think you've been amazing. This has been brilliant.
Thank you.
I think the LSA are very lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Any film listeners that are listening, what's the best way for them to get in contact with you if it's not through me?
So they can go to my film Instagram, which is called grace.jpeg4. So you can find that.
I'll put it in your bio. Amazing.
Thank you very much. And then via there, they can contact me through email or Instagram or DM or however.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, look, ladies and gents, if you're listening and this sounds like you when you were 17 and you were looking for someone to give you a chance, this is your chance to give the younger you the chance that you had when you needed it. So it's something that I'm going to want to try and do now for the lifetime of the Film Gods. So thank you for being our first guest on Showcase.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to give you a second round of applause. I'm going to give you the second round of applause because I think you've absolutely nailed it. You should be so proud of yourself, mate.
Thank you.
And ladies and
gents, I wish you the best for the future guests.
Oh, thanks. Well, if you know someone in Antarctica, we
need to get those links in.
We need to get those links out
international.
We do. Right. Well, look, ladies and gents of the Film Gods, have a great week. We love you. We love you all. Have an amazing time. Hit me up. Let's get some of the next gen kind of working. So big up, big love, and until we meet again, ladies and gents, that is a wrap. So that was a chat with the future film family at the game. I give it a shout at the end so you know the name. It's the Film Gods Podcast. The what? The Film Gods Podcast.